Salisbury steak is the ultimate comfort food. I'm going to show you how to make this quick and easy weeknight meal using our new meatloaf mix. Do you remember Salisbury steak from years ago? I think about my childhood when I think of that. I don't know that my mom made it very often, but I would have it at school lunch sometimes, and I thought it was delicious. Pampered Chef has a meatloaf mix that's new that will help you make this even faster. So in here I've got 2 pounds of very lean ground beef. It's a 93 or 95%, a couple of eggs, and a full package of the meatloaf mix. So if you love meatloaf and you want to make that instead of the Salisbury steak like I'm making, on the back of the package it tells you all you need is your ground beef, a little bit of milk, eggs, and the meatloaf mix, and you can put barbecue sauce on it when you're done. Super easy. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in the stand mixer. Anytime you need to mix up meatballs or something like this, it's so easy to do it in your mixer. You're just going to set it on the mix setting. Let's turn this here. It's got presets. We're going to turn the dial to mix, press it in, reduce the time to just 45 seconds. I love the stand mixer for things like this, as well as baking, of course. Now we need to form this into 8 oval patties, because the oval is really what's classic about the Salisbury steak. I like to just do it with gloved hands, and to get your even amounts, just start dividing it up in half. You can get your kids involved in this. Now, if you are an empty nester like us, one of the things that you can do is make these up and freeze them so that you don't have to start all over again. You can even freeze a little bit of that gravy with it, like we're going to make here in just a little bit, or you can freeze it while it's still in the raw state. So just go ahead and pat it and shape it into the ovals, and they will shrink when they cook. Before you start cooking your patties, definitely get all of your ingredients ready. It'll go a lot faster that way. This is the Rapid Prep Mandolin. It's got 2 dials on the back, slice, julienne, and French fry cut. I'm gonna leave it on the slice, and I'll set it on the number 3 setting for thickness. There's no right or wrong here, it's just a matter of personal preference. So this mandolin is so safe. Your kids can help you with your meal prep, which is always a win. Turn the knob here, it pops up, and then we're gonna slide down this little protective cover and add the little food chute. So you can do soft things like strawberries, you can do your harder vegetables like sweet potatoes. Whoops. You can do just about anything with it. So let's just take a look. Watch how it all falls out. I'm gonna cook these today in the new 4.5 quart stainless steel saute pan. It comes with a lid, lifetime warranty. It's gorgeous, don't you think? Look how beautiful this is, and it's nice and big. So when you're cooking with stainless steel, it's important that you do preheat it properly. So I'm gonna put it on medium heat for a couple of minutes until it's nice and heated through. Our stainless steel cookware is a tri-plaid construction, so it has an aluminum core sandwiched by stainless on both sides. It's going to produce great results. It's a non-toxic type of cookware. You can use it in the oven as well as the stovetop, and if you have a new induction type of stovetop, it works great on that too. I'm adding a little bit of avocado oil to the pan, and you can see it's starting to shimmer, and that's when you know that it's time to add your food. You can spread it around with this turner too. And then we're just gonna cook the meat for 2 to 3 minutes per side. It's important that you do not try to flip too soon. Nothing will stick on this pan as long as you let it cook long enough. So if anything sticks, don't touch it. We want to let it get a good sear before we flip. It's been 2 minutes, so let's try to flip. Remember, if it sticks, let it go for a little longer. Look, that released perfectly. Got that nice brown color. And you know, that's creating brown bits, which is called fond, in the bottom of the pan. So when we make our pan gravy, it's going to be delicious. I need some chopped onion for this recipe, and so I just went to my freezer. Lots of you know I love to freeze ingredients so I don't have any waste. When onions go on sale, I chop them all and then I freeze them kind of thin like this in a Ziploc bag. And then I can just break a chunk right in the bag that I can pull out and add to the skillet. It saves me time and money, and I don't have any waste. So the onion I'm gonna use today is right here. I don't even need it to thaw it. I'm gonna put it right in the skillet. After they've cooked a couple minutes on the other side, go ahead and remove them. I'm gonna put them on a sheet pan. These are so handy to use for things like this. Now check out the bottom of the pan. All that fond, that is going to produce a really flavorful gravy. We'll add the mushrooms right to the pan. And the onion. And I have some salt and pepper. I'm just gonna cook all of this until the mushrooms start to brown. Check out the magic at the bottom here. Do you see how the bottom of the pan, all that fond is coming up just by cooking in the moisture of the onions and the mushrooms? Now we're ready to add the flour on top of the mushrooms. I'll let this cook for about a minute just to help it get all combined. This is going to provide a way to thicken up the gravy without it being lumpy because it's combining with our mushrooms and the little bit of moisture that's in there. And now we'll go ahead and add our broth. We'll add a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That's always fun to say. And about a tablespoon of barbecue sauce. Just gonna eyeball it. If you like, get a whisk. That way you can get the bits off the bottom. Our patties go back in the pan. Remember, you only cooked them a couple of minutes per side, so they are not done yet. This will help finish them off. You'll reduce your heat to low and let it simmer for about 15 minutes or until your meat thermometer tells you that your burgers are done. Let's add the lid. Let's take a look. You want everything to be 165 degrees. I can see that it's done. This is the instant thermometer. Well, that one is really done. Okay, this is ready to serve. Doesn't this look like comfort food? I hope you'll give this a try.